Welcome to the Big and Small Podcast, coming to you from Plymouth, Massachusetts. Just a couple of guys drinking some beers, having some chow, and talking all things sports.
All righty. Here we go, guys. Episode 73, kicking off right now in the midst of the NFL playoffs. Big and Small, coming to you from Ricky's Kitchen, and Dougie is homebound. We'll get the Zoom going. Get them up.
All right. Good to see you guys. Thanks to our millions of fans. We're moving past the holiday season, getting closer and closer, Dougie, to the Super Bowl shuffle.
I don't even know when the Super Bowl is. What's the actual date?
It's always the first Sunday of February, isn't it? Is it second?
What's that date?
Oh, either way. Yeah, Jimmy Wiley was even talking it up.
Was he?
Yeah, who the hell did I run into? I ran into. He said, "Oh yeah, Jimmy Wiley was telling me about the Super Bowl shuffle. He's looking forward to it."
Really?
Yeah.
You say, get out of here. You must have been talking to a different Jimmy Wiley.
Yeah.
I wonder if Jordan's going to join.
They'll just hold down the fort here.
Sunday, February 9th.
February 9th. Wow.
In New Orleans.
That feels like a long way away, doesn't it?
What is
Less
it,
than a month.
Feb 9?
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, what are we kicking off with, brother? Bruins?
I was hoping they would do it on the 16th, because then you could parlay that into President's Day and have no school, all schools the next day.
Oh, that'd be nice, Doug. Maybe we'll get a snowstorm again, Doug. Never know.
Never know. Okay, so we're gonna start off with some Bruins.
Okay.
Still can't score, even though they've won 2 straight. They had a nice little overtime win the other day.
He had 6 goals 2 nights ago.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. 3 were empty nets. No, 2 were empty.
2 empty nets.
Yeah, and you have the lowest goal differential at -22.
The lowest? What do you mean?
Is that the highest? Is it highest or lowest?
It might be the lowest. I mean, I don't know, but it's. What do you mean? Among teams? No.
Let me
I mean,
fact
it's not
check
good.
it.
I mean, they're above
It's
500,
not good.
They're above 500 and they have a negative 22 goal differential. That's not good.
-22.
Well, I mean, it's like we talked about, the NHL is so mediocre. Those were big wins. But they're not a very good hockey team. They're not winning a Stanley Cup. We know that, 100%. You know, you go out, that Florida game, good God. Imagine if you lost that, how they would have lost it.
Oh, yeah.
Giving up a goal with a second left to tie it. Luckily, they got lucky to win it in overtime. And then Swayman was phenomenal the other day. That's his best game of the year.
They've been leaning on him a lot.
Which is good. I mean, he had 40-something saves. I mean, point blank opportunities, a ton of them.
Yeah.
Patriots got him on the board. They got a couple goals early. Nice shot by Marchand coming down. But like I said, you know, we were talking about the other night, the text, you know, the best part of Lindholm, Elias Lindholm's only good play of the game
Face-off.
was that face-off at the end. I don't know if you saw that, Doug, but they were talking today about what's the state of the Bruins and what did Don Sweeney do in the offseason. Well, a lot of the guys they thought were going to be pretty good, stronger offensively, Frederick, etc., McAvoy step up. They haven't taken a jump. Poitras's been, you know, went back down. But, you know, they spent some money, and I don't dislike the guy, but Lindholm's been an absolute complete bust. You're not going anywhere with him as your first-line center. I'm sorry. Zadorov, on the other hand, is a stud. He is a stud.
He's a solid. He's definitely a solid defenseman.
But what's going to happen at the trade deadline is going to be interesting. It was interesting to Jacobs was on.
Yeah.
You know, are they going to be buyers or sellers? I think you got to be a combination. What's the best deal you can get?
Yeah, I mean, I heard him talking today. You know, Marchand is even on the block. You know, nobody's really untouchable. You know, Swayman, Marchand, McAvoy, Pasternak. I mean, if you could get a haul for Pasternak, I'd do it.
You'd have to get a haul.
Yeah, but I'd do it.
But I thought the other day it said one of the top guys saying that, the thing about Pasternak, he gives him shit because the turnovers, like Felger always gives him shit, but he's also the only offensive threat. So do you think teams aren't keying on him a little bit?
Yeah.
I know. Go put him next to McDavid. They'd have 500 goals. I mean, but I think they got to see what they can get, go with the best deal they can make, and go from there. But I'll tell you one thing, though. The other thing, the media, they bring up this whole thing that Pasternak and Marchand don't get along. There's some riff in the love. This is making shit up.
My thought about that.
They're as tight as can be. Bergeron and Marchand do everything together. They all live in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
And same with Pasternak.
I think a source within the Bruins organization, whoever that Rich Keefe guy talks to, fed him that. So he would broadcast it, and it would create this us against them thing going on in the locker room. That's what I think. I think it was a plan.
All right, I like it. Good theory, coach.
That's my thought. That's my thought.
Good theory, coach.
It seemed what? What are you laughing about?
I don't think that's a theory.
It's my thought.
All right, so we will see. Boston Bruins are next in the ice. What, Saturday? Are they Saturday afternoon?
Against Ottawa.
I believe so, yes.
As we flow into there was some besides, before moving on, I was going to say there was some interesting call-ups. The kid there from a local kid came up. Where was he from? His first NHL game, he almost scored. Not McLaughlin, the other kid. Weatherspoon, Waterspoon got his first career NHL goal.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good hockey game the other night. It was spirited. There was some fights.
There was another guy.
Frederick went after the guy, the cheap shot at Castellick, and that was right off the bat. Frederick beat him up. Zadorov, no one can. He's just tougher than basically everybody in the league. And so it's interesting stories there to see somebody. We said it last pod. Let the young kids play.
Yeah,
I'm sick of seeing the retreads.
I agree with you. And they had a little jump. They brought that guy up that's a career AHLer, I guess.
Michael Callahan.
Yeah,
he's a local guy.
Yeah, local kid. That's the kid.
Yeah.
He's from Sudbury, I think.
6'2", 200 pounds, 25 years old, Franklin, Mass.
Franklin, there you go. Yeah. So that was pretty cool for him. And Charlie Coyle can continue to find that he can not score a goal in the NHL. Brutal. As we flow into, coming up soon, actually, is what we're talking about, the Bean Pot.
Yeah. And not only that, but the
first Monday in February.
Not only that, but that NHL tournament.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
4 nations or something like that. 4 nations tournament. That'll be good.
Yeah, awesome. But they'll have so what are we gonna flow into a little
Celtics. Celtics gonna go to the hardwood,
So everybody is losing their mind that they've lost a couple of games here and they don't play defense and the 3-pointers don't work and blah, blah, blah. I said this a while ago. The Celtics are toast. They are absolute toast. They got to go through this fatigue period. They have no legs. Every symptom you see is a symptom of having no legs. They have no legs because they played to freaking July, and then 3 of them went to freaking Paris for the Olympics. And it's just caught up with them. That's my thought. Now, talk about playing the kids. I'd like to see their bench play, a lot, because they're good. And I don't mean Pritchard. I mean, Davidson, that other kid, the ball guy. I forget his name. They drafted him last year. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
The guy Shireman from this year. Like that, mix those kids in, and let the other guys kind of chill a little bit because they're definitely toast. The lack of effort on defense is what's killing them, and they're not hitting their shots. That's legs. Simple.
Doug, you got a response to that?
Well, in the past 3 games, you've thrown up 121 3-pointers.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go.
Yeah, you know why? Because they're tired. They're not working the ball. They're coming down and chucking.
That's team philosophy.
So I understand that it's still 30%. So then this parlays what I think it parlays into. I'm not Team Missoula. I don't think he's a very good coach. You have 3 games and you've still done nothing but chuck up the 3. You can't take, hey guys, let's take, the third quarter and try something different. Let's try to drive the lane. Let's do this. Let's just try to do something that we could potentially see in the playoffs if the 3's not falling. And he's just trotting everything. Yeah, whatever, fucking do it. Or tell Tatum, hey, take this game off. You know what I mean?
Tatum's the only basketball player right now. He's the only basketball player.
I mean, it's good to see.
Jaylen Brown last night, he never even played basketball before. How bad it was. I would agree to Coach's comment only on tiny bit because the 2 biggest problems with the team right now is White and Drew. They've been absolutely horrific. So maybe it caught up to them. I mean, White's been so bad. It's unbelievable. Now they get Pritchett playing a ton. And Pritchett's, he's decent, but still, when it gets a little tight, he sucks.
Well, he's dropped them.
But I'm like, but the point is, those guys did play the long season. They did play in the Olympics. Tatum's invincible. He can do whatever he wants almost every time if he wants to do it. And he plays the whole time. But Porzingis didn't even play in the playoffs last year.
Right.
Horford plays every other freaking game. I mean, the part that's going on is how they're built is we're settled. We are designed to shoot threes. And to Dougie's point, if you can't make your threes, you look really bad. What did I send you guys that stat last night? What was it?
Yeah, it was like 30%.
6. It was worse.
It was 16
of 46.
16 of 46. I mean, it's
30%.
It's brutal.
That's how it is. But yeah.
And but the thing is, it's to your point, I agree. I wish they gotta get a little
35%.
A little more physical. It's just
not that bad.
No, that's just lazy basketball. They're getting out rebounded on the glass. Yeah. They don't box out. It's lazy basketball by the bigs. That's right. I would say get more Cater time, guys like that, get in there.
Yeah, I agree.
But and he always plays like the 3 white kids at the same time. Mix them in, mix everybody in. Like change up your lineups.
How's it Pritchett and who? Who's the other white guy?
And Cornette.
Oh.
Always. Which is I have no problem. It's great. But I'm just saying you can play Cornette with Tatum. It's okay.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. I just think that I think they just know they're good and they're in a situation right now, be it legs, be it whatever, that they're playing, in my opinion, just consistently lazy basketball. That's what I'd call it.
Right. And
they don't dig on D.
Yeah, Missoula doesn't do anything. He can't, call timeout, huddle, like, all right, guys, nobody shoot a 3 for 5 minutes. Let's see what we can do. Let's just change something.
They'll never ever do that ever because it's a program philosophy. It's like these guys with the analytics. They gotta do that no matter what. But
then it's dumb because at that point, what are you paying Missoula for? That's not coaching. That's just go ahead, whatever. Do what you got to do. I'm going to sit here in my fucking tracksuit.
Is if they're bad threes and good threes. So the design is if you're missing wide open threes, which if you watch the game last night?
Yeah, they played Toronto.
If you watch that game, White had like 7 of his missed threes were wide open.
Yeah.
Horford missed like 4 wide open. And they're going to take those no matter what. The difference is if you're getting double teamed and you're whipping up threes, you're whipping them up from half court, there's a problem. But the big thing for me is they're not digging in on D like they did in the playoffs last year, and they're not pounding the glass. It's almost as if they have too much talent in a way. But I think that they're just going to get White and Drew back on track and get them going. I'd rest them as much possible and get it down the stretch. But
the Knicks are 2 games behind them in the standings. I mean, second place is not a big deal. You just got to win 1. If you play in Cleveland, just got to win 1 on the road. But if you drop down now you're looking at like several road wins in the playoffs, which is tough to do. So I don't know. Yeah.
I agree with you, Doug. Though, in my opinion, though, what Missoula could do is, why don't we just start double teaming the basketball a little bit more? Set up a little. You have a lot of depth. Like what's his name? Rip the Scal. Did you hear his press conference?
No,
He was saying, maybe he should just play the bench guys.
that's what I'm saying.
Start mode. What he was saying, but not because they're tired, to motivate.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, Doug, like use those guys. Why don't you go? No, I'm not saying you're going to always full court press, but you can start pressing the ball a little bit in the front court. You can double the ball, force the other team. Don't just stay in the same type defense they're running all the time. And there's not enough. And I think the Holiday's biggest strength is an offensive rebounder for a guy.
Yeah.
And I definitely think that there's something up with him. Either he's got a little, he's tired, like you said, that long stretch he's never done before, or he maybe has a little ailment and they're trying to work through it. So, but the point is, do you think there's internal fighting?
No.
That came out today. Did you hear that, Doug?
I did not know.
Oh, yeah. Internal fighting, malcontent, now that blah, blah. I was like, come on, stop making things up. Stop it. Because White said, spring going to bring us closer and all that. Like, they're not close. They just won a freaking championship.
Yeah, they're fine. I think they'll be okay.
Right. So now there's just turmoil in the Celtics and Bruins locker rooms.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
Yeah, right. All of a sudden, it's all gone to hell.
But I got to think about the rotations again, Doug. To what you're pulling Missoula, which I think he's got to mix it up a little more. Instead of he kind of falling in love with Pritchett, which I have no problem with Pritchett, but he has a lot of other liabilities. But he's going to change up his rotations. He does the exact same rotation if everybody's healthy. They've won more games injured this year than healthy.
Right.
When everybody's healthy, he does the exact same starters, exact same time someone comes off the bench, exact same rotations. And obviously that's a problem because it's not working. So mix it up.
Right, and that's my thing too. Is like, you're still, even where you are the favorites to win the championship. So now is every game is just, let's see what we can do. If something comes up in the playoffs, like we've done it before, we've seen it. Not like you're trying to implement new things in the playoffs that these guys haven't done for 82 games.
Yeah, I agree. I just you just always know those rotations are way too similar constantly. It's just, but they'll be fine. They'll be fine down the stretch.
I'm okay with Missoula. You don't like him, Dougie? I'm okay with him.
No, because I think it's which is tough, but I think he has so much talent on his roster. Ricky can go and coach and get 60 wins for a joke.
Nothing against Ricky, but I don't think so.
Well, coach could because he knows more football than us, Doug.
That's it. That is true.
That's right. Who won the pool?
Oh.
1 and 2.
Should I put a banner up? No. It was an off year. It was just a lot of weird anomalies going on.
It was. Usually I get a feel. There's like a rhythm to it. Usually I have a nice feel and I can, pumping out eights like nothing. This year I never got a feel for anything. Never. Weird.
It's all right.
Weird
so those Steelers didn't cover for Ricky, so he's upset.
How about you? Are you still in it?
Yeah.
I'm not.
I just started. Yeah, that was gross. That's not. That's just
luck.
Random luck. That's not skill.
No.
I hate those things.
No,
you think the skill in picking against the spread?
Well, there's some thought process. You're at the mercy of whoever you get.
I think the skill.
I've been playing the prop bets a little, Doug. I've made a few bucks.
Oh, Dougie, he's got a new. He's got his app on his phone now, and it's like he's a monster.
Oh, trust me, that's all I do.
Man, I do like the $5 prop. I've done 2 in my life so far. It's been good.
Love it.
It doesn't make a ton, but because it's $5, I do the easy prop, and I made $40 off of $10. Well, I didn't spend the 10, so.
Yeah, no, it's fun to get you a little skin in the game. It's fun.
Yeah, and it's not like much risk. You know what I mean? But if it ever hits,
right. So since we are speaking of the NFL, let's go ahead and transition to the old New England Patriots.
Sounds good.
The Boston media. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
I forget. I had a lot of windshield time today, so I forget what segment was on. But they made a big deal because Drake May got engaged.
Yeah.
And they were upset because the timing of it. And, clearly, the last couple weeks of the season, his mind was elsewhere, planning the proposal. What? Like, are these guys, and to your point, Ricky, these guys get paid to show up and spew this nonsense every single day?
Well, the thing is, it started yesterday. It was a big Felga thing. They didn't even know he was getting engaged. He was on vacation, and they were just ripping the fact that he should have been at the presser. Left his vacation and go to the presser. It was the most absolutely ridiculous, because they're just, people have to realize they got to fill 4 hours.
Well, they got to fill 1 hour and then repeat it 3 times.
Right. But I just wish they would instead go out and get some other content, like, do something on college football. Something on, a hot women's, basketball, hockey team right now. Just do, a nice, find a feature story, whatever. So lazy. It's just Pete and repeat. No. And then each show does the exact same thing.
Right.
And we've said it, at least I said it before. And it amazes me how that afternoon show is a top 3 ranked in the country, because they don't do anything. Like to your point, Rick, they're lazy. All they do is they just take what other people have written and just rip it apart like they're the smartest person in the room. Have an original thought, will you?
The reason why they're number 3 is because they're the best show in a large population. Doesn't mean they're good.
No, I agree. And I think the whole, let's be negative and just piss everybody off so they just call in and flip out.
Yeah, I don't understand the press conference. The greatest guy in the world, the greatest interview all week is Bill O'Brien on, which you'll never hear ever unless you go back and listen to it. But it's Bill O'Brien on WEEI at 7:30 in the morning every Thursday. Best interview anywhere. And he's like, they asked him today, they go, would you be upset if your quarterback didn't show up for the press conference where they were announcing you to be a head coach? He goes, I don't care about press conferences. I care about, are you there day 1 of my offseason? Are you in the weight room? Are you this? He goes, I don't care who's at my press conference.
Exactly. That's what I was saying to you. I said last night, I said, you think Vrabel was sitting there going, oh my God, I can't believe, he's not here to kiss my butt. It's like, what are we talking about?
Right.
They're just making stuff up. And that's what they do. But then it came out, Doug, that he actually was also on vacation, but also planning to ask his fiance to marry him.
Yeah.
So it was just the dumbest possible segment to even waste anybody's thought process on it. But Felga sometimes does it on purpose because he's trying to generate viewership. It's like, that's like, he's not as talented, but he does a lot of stuff on purpose. It was similar to like Howard Stern. So if you listen to Howard Stern, that was 99% of the stuff that came out of his mouth was not anything he was like as a person.
No.
I thought it was just I don't know if you guys have seen that movie. Have you seen the movie?
Oh, yeah.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
But that's what he did. It was to stir up controversy, to get viewership. And I think that's what he does. They got to come up with something.
Well, that's where the expression shock jock comes from.
But either way, let's move on from those thoughts. Let's get back to the New England Patriots. Okay, so what do we got here, Todd? Who's going to be the OC? Who's leading who's running the draft?
Well, we've been going on now for a little while. Vrabel's the guy who was hired a month ago, but it was this week. But I think I don't want Josh McDaniels.
I definitely don't.
I don't want him because he'll be the same old. You know what I mean? I want some innovation. You know what I mean? With a guy like who's the guy that coached Arizona? He was the head coach. And then he went to college.
Kingsbury.
Kingsbury. Would a guy like that come in and be the OC?
Who's he? Is he with Arizona now?
He's still Arizona OC
Right now?
I think so.
right. He's the Arizona offensive coordinator, correct?
Pretty sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
he won't make a lateral. They were talking about that guy Miller coming here. But he's an OC already. Like,
I want Eric the enemy. Eric sleeping with the enemy.
won't happen.
UCLA.
Won't happen.
I think McCown would be a good choice, though. In all honesty, because it was brought up. He's done the right things. He's been with the right guy.
Where's he been? I don't know.
Minnesota.
Oh,
So the head coach, he calls the plays, though. It's that situation.
yeah.
McCown, though, technically is like, second in charge, runs it. Quarterback did a great job with Donald this year.
Yeah.
Everybody's ripping Donald for that game the other night. That offensive line
Horrible.
completely embarrassed themselves.
Yeah.
But he's done a great job with him. He's an NFL player, good pedigree, has a relationship with Drake already. I think he's the type fit that fits him,
How about the DC?
and he takes it in a minute.
How about the DC?
Oh no, he's the OC for Washington.
Yeah. Clint Kingsbury is. Yeah, he was the head coach.
Yeah,
at
not Arizona. Yeah,
I apologize. He was the head coach there out of college.
Right.
And they went.
I thought he was out of football.
And he's done a great job. But he's not. His next step is back to a head coach. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not going to be an OC in New England now. He's got a good team. It's going to be a hell of a game this weekend, by the way.
Yeah, it's going to be a good football weekend. I think Detroit probably will be the one that kind of runs away with it, even though some people say that Washington's going to give them a game. I don't know. You think they are?
I think Washington hangs in there. They're scrappy. That kid's a freak.
Yeah, he is. He is. But like AFC,
I think both defenses stink, and I think Detroit just has way too much firepower. I just don't know if Washington can keep up, but I think Daniels might try to do too much late in the game and throw a bad pick, do something like this. So
yeah, they've just been scrappier than I thought. But I think that I like Detroit now for sure.
So my question, I think that with the Patriots is just, what's the plan going forward? And I'm pretty sure Vrabel already asked this because obviously the Patriots have like their own, draft board or have had it. And then now Vrabel's going to come in and, what are his thoughts? What do you think he wants to do? Who's going to make the decisions? Because obviously, like, you're going to have to start getting your personnel in there. Because I mean, the draft is in 3 months? Like 3 months from today or something like that. So
I think he's going to be the last voice, Vrabel, on the draft.
Well, I would probably say yeah, but I think that we haven't. He's not done yet. I mean, like they have. This is what these guys' jobs are. They got a whole Wolf and all these guys who they're doing their whole draft board, the whole thing. But they can't just go by. You could, but it's stupid because they're still trying to get a job, even if they get canned from here.
Right.
But the bottom line is they've done a lot of the legwork already. They've been scouting. They've been doing this. They've been that.
Yeah.
This is what we have on our draft board. Check it out. Go from there. He hired his buddy. I forget his name. Who's
From the Giants.
coming in with them. I think Vrabel and I bet ownership to a degree are just sitting there saying, okay, what's this network going to look like? And I'm sure Vrabel's reached out to a lot of people. What do you think? You want to come here? Has he talked to a Pioli? Has he done that? Who knows? I don't think everything we see right now in that front office is what it's going to look like come draft day. I think there could be pieces there, but they might be in different roles, and some guys are not going to have a role. They'll be fighting. But he's got to see what he's got. I mean, it's great. He's only been on the job for a couple days, and I think you're going to see a lot coming up, by the middle of February, what this whole staff's going to look like and what the front office is really going to look like.
Well, My initial take, though, is that I'm not saying Elliott Wolf sucks yet, because I don't think they had good position coaches this year.
Ooh, he's on that. I like it, coach.
And
Beetle will be ripping you right now.
well, I just
you
think
and Beetle should be going head to head.
a guy like Caden Wallace, who played 40-something games for Penn State, the right tackle, which is a major, college football conference. He's playing against NFL caliber guys every week, and he was a dude. So I'm going to guess that guy is going to be a serviceable, decent, professional lineman. That goes to logic. You know what I mean? He was a 4-year starter at Penn State. He's got to be a good player because they would have replaced him. You know what I mean? So he's got talent. Who else did they have? I mean, Polk and Baker. I couldn't even tell you who the position coach was for the wide receivers this year, but he was obviously terrible. When Pop Douglas basically goes backwards, and Booty ends up being your best receiver. And
the only reason why he ended up being the best receiver was because their scheme.
Right.
He would got to get open, big target, throw it up, make it get it to go. It wasn't because of scheme, this and that. Know how to do that. I agree with you. I mean, the biggest thing is, I said, out of all those receivers, you even forget, like KJ Osborne.
Right.
KJ Osborne, if you played...
He was the number 2 guy the year before.
If you played DraftKings, when he was with Minnesota,
yeah,
KJ Osborne was a nice steal, get him for like $3,500, and he'd get you some points.
Yeah.
He's like... All Kevin Porter.
They released him. They released him.
He replaced him.
Yeah.
But it's like, how is it possible that not one receiver got better? Unless you could argue to up there, as we talked about before, with the 100%.
So I'm not
The
down
only
on Elliott.
position that played well, consistently well, was tight end.
Yeah.
And it just so happens they're 2 cagey, long-time veterans. Running backs, Stevenson's not getting better.
No.
He keeps fumbling. What's the other kid?
Well, Gibson played pretty good.
Gibson played well, but cagey, long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talking about development, I couldn't agree with you more. I'm not enamored with Wolf by any way, stretch, but I would just say that I would agree with you 100% that the coaching on that team this year was so outrageously pathetic. And don't tell me how good a job they did with Drake May. They didn't. He still doesn't know how to slide. He still throws dumb picks. And he still turns it over too much. He's very talented.
Right.
Period.
He's very talented.
But where they have in the media right now is he's the next, ridiculous football player. He's got a long way.
They compare him to Brissett, Zappy, Stidham, and Mac. So compared to those guys, he's a stud. And that's why they're anointing him. But I agree with you.
No, I know. We all know that. Everybody knew Zappy sucked. Everybody knows Brissett sucks. And everybody
I'm saying, that's what they're doing, though. That's why people are going crazy, is because this is the best quarterback place.
For Mac Jones. Mac Jones was not bad, but he had an offensive player. That shows you coaching. But he's got some big selections ahead. Big selections ahead, Vrabel, on his staff. And that's, to me, where I'm happy with the hire, but that, to me, is where it's going to be, what's going to make or break him. What that entire infrastructure looks like. And if it's not what it should be, he's not going to win either.
Did you
I agree.
Did you hear last week that the afternoon show was rating this year's rookie quarterbacks and like how they would, take them on their team?
No.
Every single one of them was like Daniels, May, and they would take May over Nix.
Wow.
I'm like, do you guys watch football?
Yeah.
Well, the
Nick,
other even
Nix is
with
a
it
dude.
I wish I could play it back from last year, Doug. You were all over me. You hated Nix.
No, he's just older. You know what I mean? Like, he's not going to have that long of a career because he decided to,
He's 24.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. He's 24.
The other thing, but Nix was in a much better situation.
Yeah.
He's got a veteran, long-time coach. absolutely pathetic schedule.
Well, the Patriots had a pathetic schedule.
I know that, but the bottom line is their coaching staff was an absolute disgrace.
It was.
But I wouldn't necessarily put Nix ahead of Caleb Williams either.
No. I mean, talent-wise, no.
Or May. To say that. May, I just don't see where the fascination thinks. I mean, he's got tools, but you have it between the ears.
Well, give him a scheme, give him some coaching. I mean, even the offensive line, like, I mean, we could say, yeah, they weren't talented, but they had a lot of injuries, you know, and their coaching was horrific. Like,
no, I think he's going to be fine. But my biggest thing is, I've said it before, he's at his age, young, he's getting concussed every 3 games.
I know.
That's a problem. That's not going to go away. Some people, bottom line, heads are built different than others.
Absolutely.
Speaking of quarterbacks, did you see that? Well, I already told you that Carson Beck's going to the U.
Yeah.
$4 million.
They were saying Ewers walked away from $6 million in NIL money to go in the draft. And they asked O'Brien about that this morning.
Did he declare?
He did. They asked O'Brien about that this morning.
Did he? Because I thought he was supposed to transfer to Oregon.
Yeah.
They said today that he was going in the draft, and they asked O'Brien about it. Like, he's walking away from $6 million. Why? And O'Brien said, well, somebody's in his ear telling him that he's going to be a first-round pick. That's why he's doing it.
And he's not.
Not if anybody watches football.
No way. The only possible reason is people panic because there's nobody else.
Right.
Exactly. Maybe the third-rated quarterback in the draft.
Right.
If somebody panics, they'll go.
And I think that's what he's saying. So, again, best interview on the radio all week. Billy O'Brien. He comes in, he's talking about Vrabel, he's talking about, you know, his experience, he's talking about Belichick. He's the best. I love Bill O'Brien.
So I know we got to do it real quick, but the only thing that really upset me with the NFL these past games was the Bills-Broncos game. Because I think, talking about coaching staffs, I think that their coaching staff put Bo Nix in a horrible position.
Yeah, run, pass.
Yeah, literally, run, pass. Like,
yep.
Obviously.
Oh.
Like, you're just putting him in, you're setting him up, and then it's like, run, pass, punt. Like, obviously the Bills are going to put up 31 points when they have 35 minutes time of possession.
Yeah, I mean, you know, philosophical. They do run the ball a lot, but Bills aren't very good against the run. But yeah, I think they did. They were just outclassed. That Denver team wasn't sniffing a win in Buffalo.
No, but you could have made it competitive. You could have done.
I can see Denver.
Like, you could have done something. Same thing. Like, you guys don't talk about anything at halftime. Like, hey, coach, this isn't fucking working. Like, we're the huge underdog here. Let's try something else. Let's see what the fuck happens. No, keep it the same, buddy.
No, I agree with you. I agree.
So let me ask you this: if Baltimore loses to the Bills, is Lamar going to be the choke artist? Is he going to be the guy that can't win in the playoffs?
Obviously.
Well, I mean, you know, they talk always the MVP. He's an unbelievable regular season quarterback. He never does anything in the playoffs. I think he's got one win.
Yeah, but the MVP isn't supposed to entail playoffs.
I know.
It's only supposed to be regular season, coach.
I understand. I get it. But I'm saying, would you rather have the MVP in the regular season or the Super Bowl? I'd rather have Super Bowl.
Obviously.
What are you mad about? I'm just having a conversation here.
Talking about it. No, let's hand out MVP trophies, Rookie of the Year. Let's come in 10. That's what we want.
Why you
want Mahomes? That's why Mahomes is a gangster, because Mahomes wins. He is the Brady of this generation. Period.
People say
this is the biggest guy's accountable is can Allen get over? Can Allen get back in? Which I think he will
this year.
And can he beat Mahomes finally? That, to me, is...
People are saying Houston's going to give Kansas City a game this weekend. I don't know if
Joe Mixon might be out.
Yeah, I know.
If that happens, no chance.
No,
I don't
it's gonna be
know.
like 10 degrees in fucking Kansas City.
It's you Buffalo. They're the night game, I think.
Yeah, Buffalo's gonna be-
Minus 11. That'll be a good time. Oh man, well, it'll be fun to see because what do they got? The games.
I'm just
We got a
happy
little
with the
Saturday afternoon.
we
action
finally
going.
we finally have decent time slots on Sunday. First game at 3, second game at 6:30.
Best. That's how it should be all year long. All year long.
Yeah, so I got an interesting weekend. So Saturday will be my day. I go with you. LPP will be with me, but he's winding down the season now. So they got a game tomorrow night. I'm going to go to that, and then Sunday he's playing at Providence College. So I'm going to go to that.
Nice.
It's at 6:00.
Nice.
Yeah, he's playing right now at Connecticut College.
Do they play in the big rink at Providence?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so they're playing there. So I'll be there. But Saturday, LPP's like, why don't we go out Saturday? I'm like, okay, you do that.
All right,
Right.
twist my arm, Patty.
Maybe
You
then
know?
you can meet up at that 6 o'clock landing spot again. We can get them out a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I like the Saturday. Saturday's nice for me. Those times work.
It's really good. I enjoy that.
Sunday, I don't really care.
These games are going to be good this weekend.
All right, we're up against it a little bit, so let's do some entertainment.
Up against? Huh?
Yeah, we're already at 57 minutes.
Oh.
I would just say, though, the coach's point, I like all the favorites this weekend. That's all I'm going to leave you with that thought going to next week's pod.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. There's no upset there. I don't even think Washington's gonna. They're a great team to like, but I mean that's the thing. On the last point, Washington and the Patriots started out a year ago right now in the same exact position, and I would even argue because they played each other last year. I would even argue talent level right around the same.
I think the Rams keep it close.
It's gonna be cold though. But anyway,
A little rainy, but I mean, you'd have to give Barkley the ball 35 times because Jalen Hurts isn't a very good passer.
No, and he actually struggled last week with he didn't get going until late in the third quarter.
Yeah.
he's been concussed.
But they're just good. Their offensive line's good.
Yeah, they're good.
Defense runs around.
They're not going to win it, but they're good.
No,
Yeah.
I think Rams keep it close to keep it interesting.
Yeah, Rams are the type team to me that either is going to come out play pretty well or they're going to absolutely stick.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
You know, they're just that type team. And like what happened with Minnesota in that game, boy, oh boy. That was embarrassing by Minnesota's end. That's just bad coaching, bad preparation. You can't get that. That was embarrassing the other night. Absolutely embarrassing.
But finishing my point, the Washington Commanders and the Patriots were in the same exact position a year ago right now. And Washington has one playoff win under their belt a year later. The Patriots are a train wreck trying to rebuild. That's organizational failure.
And Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, but I mean, I think if the Pats let Drake May play from day one, you know, and if they switched,
No, what they ever said.
No,
They have a better staff.
Nope.
They have
They'd be in the same position. They have no talent. Jane Daniels has Terry McLaurin. He's got Brian Thomas Jr. He has talent to throw to. He's not throwing a friggin' Jalen Polk.
You watch Jalen Polk when he gets a real coach to see how bad he is.
Oh, no.
But I'll tell you, McLaren knows it.
Jalen Polk was a great receiver at college.
No, but McLaren.
Ton of guys that were good in college. Carson Beck's a good college quarterback. You already know he's going to be a shitty NFL quarterback if he gets there.
100%.
Receivers are different.
McLaren is probably the most underrated receiver in the National Football League. If you look at his career, how good he's been, and what he's had for quarterbacks, typically,
Yeah, I don't even know how old he is.
It's unbelievable how good a player he is.
He's 29.
Yeah, they had some talent there. They brought in the right coach.
Right.
They did a nice job. They got the right guy. and they've got some talent there. But to your point, I think you're making is to make the playoffs in the NFL. If you're coming off a 3-win season, and you got a few of the right pieces, like a quarterback, and you go out and spend some money. You can very quickly be back in the mix.
And that was my point all last year. When they talk about Patriots rebuild, it's going to take 3 to 5 years. Why? It's not that hard.
No.
It's not that hard. All right, sorry. Entertainment. Well, as I just mentioned, I'll be going to 2 hockey games this weekend. One tomorrow in Bridgewater against, I think they're playing Connecticut College again. They did like a back-to-back home-and-home thing.
Connecticut College Camels.
Yeah. The camel toes, Dougie.
Yes.
April just texted me. Apparently, we're due for 3 to 5 inches of snow on Sunday.
Ooh, even better.
Great. And then,
And a nice 3-day weekend.
Yep.
Yes.
Providence College on Sunday. So that'll be good. Mixed in with a great Saturday of football.
Bouncing around. I like it. Let's see. We went through last weekend was very eventful. We started out with the game Saturday and down in Gillis, and then met up with Dougie, which was nice. Hung out at Maine's, which was very nice.
I know.
Hit the Galway, hit Martinis, and then after that, La Baya.
Jesus.
And then closed out the evening at the Pillory Pub.
Christ.
Yeah.
That crew was hilarious.
I know you left me and Coach Day. Me and Coach Day were very content just right there. They were even still, there was nobody there when we left at halftime of the second game.
I like to bounce around them. So it was fun. We had the right people in place because we had Lee was at Galway, and then Lisa was working over at
Martinis.
Yeah, Martinis. And we went down, ended up doing more shots at
Oh, jeez.
at the Pillory one shot. But that was funny with Brissett and Brenner and that crew. So anyway,
how about that shot? Huh?
Yeah. That Sunday wasn't bad. It was pretty good Sunday.
Sunday was good. I enjoyed that. Yeah. Galway was fun.
Yeah. But anyway, Galway guy was found almost dead behind Galway the other night. Did you guys see that?
No.
I saw that on I saw that on All Things Plymouth. I think it made like the news.
Yeah.
What night was that?
They have Monday night, I think. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes, they say it wasn't coming out of the Galway. That who knows? But I guess it was. It must have been shit faced and fell because they said there was no altercation. But who knows? It's good for it's good. It's all the Galway. Galway continues to kill itself. And this week, that's it. That's it, Doug. How about you?
Nothing. I need a 3D weekend. There's a ton of shit I got to get done around the house. Just kind of get pushed off and whatnot. So just trying to get some shit done. April's got some real estate stuff to do, like Saturday and whatnot. So I'll be on dad duty and just gonna watch some football and do my thing. You know,
it's Monday. No, Monday's not. It's Monday.
Yeah,
it is.
Oh, nice. Oh, wow. No school. All schools bad. She's gonna have to go out after the game. They had
and you have the college football championship Monday night.
I know. Wouldn't it be nice if it was freaking tonight or tomorrow night instead of bullshit Monday night? That pisses me off. But my other example, you get under agreement, Marky Ryan's house.
Oh yeah, they accepted.
Yep,
good.
So we'll home inspections tomorrow, and then
wow, that's quick.
Yep. Hopefully, PNS will be all set by probably Tuesday or Wednesday. Sign that, get that thing closed up, move on.
Good.
I actually got to take a ride. I might have to meet you guys because I think I'm going up to West Roxbury.
Let's get a house.
Yeah, they're going to have another listing up there. But anyway, that was good. That was good. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Who do you like Monday night, Doug?
I mean, Ohio State's 10-point favorites.
I know, huh?
Imagine having a blowout national championship game after a playoff.
Just call it college. I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't know. I just don't like Ohio State. I don't like them. I think the Big Ten's a fraud league. Now, if they do win, that would be 2 years in a row, Big Ten, making me look again like a loser. But I'm telling you right now, Big Ten's a fraud league. No, you know what it is? The NIL is screwing everything up in the transfer portal, screwing everything up. So the parity's there, so there's no more feel. You don't get a feel. Alabama's not Alabama. Georgia's not Georgia.
Yeah, I know. What is what's his name doing? Charlie?
Chucky's making it. He's making it parody. He's bringing the parody back.
Making $25 million a year, just doing nothing.
Oh, I don't know what he's making. Ain't that much. No way.
No,
that's a lot of money.
That's Roger Goodell. That's Roger Goodell money.
Roger Goodell makes like $40 million a year.
Yeah.
Well, the positive is the game's at 7:30 at least Monday. So that's nice.
That is good.
It's like if you want to meet up for like the half or something, see what's going on.
I got to work actually Monday. I got to do some work.
Yeah. So it's like
you got to go into the office in Plymouth.
I will be. There's nothing else to do. It's doctors right on the hook. You get some doctors. You get one guy ready to go. It's going to get him through right now. But they had, I don't know about that game. That NDO, like we've already talked about. We'll move on, Doug, because I know we're up against it.
We're against it.
So it was,
we're at an hour and 7 minutes already.
So I just was like that. They had. I think they have to restructure that playoff format and better. But overall, I gotta say though, I love it's on. I love to watch it. They've been very disappointed.
I agree. All right, Dougie. Top three.
Top three this week is going to be the top 3 coaches you would like to play or have played for. Past, present, all sports. I'm going to
come out of the gate, as I usually do. I'm going to come out of the gate old school, right? My father raved about this guy. It seemed like an asshole, but I think I'd like to experience it for a little bit. Vince Lombardi.
Okay, why not?
Right. You know who he is, Dougie?
Yes, I know who Vince Lombardi is.
Did you see that real? Did you get the real coach set today, Doug? When you clicked on it, did you click on it? Going with the dog,
the dog and the bacon. I saw the preview, but I didn't actually watch it.
Well, if you click on it, it didn't go directly to the dog. It actually goes to a reel about. You should click on it. So you get it. Did you see it?
No, I got the dog with the bacon.
Oh my God, crazy! So it randomly goes to a house. Them showing this house that's outside. It's like this Lambeau Field's like in a neighborhood.
Oh,
so there's all these like beautiful homes, and like the joke of the whole thing is like everything all it does, everybody's view is to the stadium.
Yeah.
It's like these are called water views in Green Bay.
Yeah.
In this house, unbelievable. One of the greatest places I've ever seen was multi, who knows out there, but let's call it a $2 million home out there.
It's like a $70,000,
which is like $7 million here. But it had garage doors, in the back with the box, sort of like how
because not a lot of people realize like where the actual geographic location of Lambeau is. It's like in the middle of a neighborhood.
Right there, kid. It's like so how the doors go up in the back. It's like boom, and then you're looking at the bars behind you.
Oh wow.
It's an Airbnb, right?
Correct. Airbnb. Yes. They get 4 to 5,000 a night, 2-night minimum every home game.
Yeah.
And but it was crazy. It was awesome. Like they had 2 different bathrooms. In the bathrooms, like one of the toilets was all designed with Chicago Bears. The other one was the Minnesota Vikings.
That's good.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool video. But anyway.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it because I had no idea it was there.
So Lombardi, I'll have it. We can look at it after. But Lombardi's are going. For me, no. I think I would have liked playing for Francona.
All right.
I think Tito's a good, legit manager, smart guy. Organized winner. I like him.
Douglas.
I'm going Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
A hard ass, but I mean, if you, I mean, you get what you put into it, and he's very, very smart, and I think he made a lot of players better players.
Well, all right. So my next one along those lines, although I think he was a much more cerebral coach than a hard ass, Bill Walsh.
Yeah. No
But, I
doubt.
mean, he was smarter than every other coach in the league at the time, I think.
Probably of all time.
Yeah.
In my opinion, he's the greatest coach of all time. Think about he's won it with different guys.
Yeah,
Then
different quarterbacks.
Handed it over to CFIT, which was a freebie. He won that.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good one. I like that. I don't know if my game would fit his style, but I would say why am I drawing a blank? Scotty Bowman.
Oh, nice.
Innovator, absolute legend, won everywhere. He could win with Russians. He could win physical.
Did you see that?
Teams just played the game correctly.
Yeah. Did you see that documentary with him about the Russians?
No.
He put 5 of them together, and they just did their thing. And he was like, "I have no idea what you're doing, but keep doing it."
Yeah, Russian 5.
Yeah, Scotty Bowman was awesome. What do you got, Doug? We could do this again.
Herb Brooks.
Herbie Brooks. You actually stole my last one.
Yep, going Herbie Brooks. Did you hear they had
Herb Brooks.
not Herb. He was another guy who was on like Edelman's podcast, and it said that the only reason the Americans won that game is because the Russians went out with the Russian gymnastics team till like 4 a.m. like the night before, just boozing, and they were all just hammered and just couldn't even see straight. That's the only reason the Americans won.
Who said that?
I gotta look. I think it was Jim Craig, actually.
Huh.
The goalie.
All right, so my last coach, I'm gonna
Tretiak was definitely out. That's for sure.
Yeah, he wasn't.
There's not a guy on Team USA that could have scored against him. That guy would blank every NHL superstar.
My last guy, I'm going to bring it home to my college days, not playing, but when I went to URI, they had in my opinion, their best basketball team in history of URI. And that coach was Tommy Penders, coolest guy in the world.
Ended up in Texas, right?
Went to Texas. Actually ended up, one of the reasons he went there is because they gave him unlimited use of the Texas Longhorns private jet. That's pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons he left. Tommy Penders, but I met him 1,000 times. He came and talked to us, to sit behind the bench of the opposing team and just fucking heckle the shit out of them. Back in that day, Temple was the number 1 team in the country. And they played in the Atlantic Temple with URI. And they came to Keeney Gym at URI.
Wow.
And we sat, I literally was from me to you against, away from Mark Macon and Coach Cheney. And we were like, "You're a fucking homo, you fucking blah, blah, blah."
Yeah.
And that was when they moved the chairs into the middle of the floor. We were like all over them. Those are the days. Tommy Penders, cool guy.
Tommy Penders. I'm sure that was on a lot of people's list.
No, it wasn't, but it was,
I'm going to try to go with famous people, but we could, we can go from there.
More household names.
Well, household, but I think it's a good call. You could do this on like high school coaches.
Exactly.
Dougie would be like Dwayne Follett.
Exactly.
That's it. Dwayne Follett.
Right?
The big dog.
So Bobby Booton's birthday party. He had let's see, I did hockey, did baseball. If I go to football, There you go. College football. I think it would be what it must have been hilarious if you were ever good enough to play for Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson.
Overall. Imagine that lunatic at the U.
That's a good call. That's a good call.
And he's a good coach, too. With
the perfect hair.
Oh, my God, right?
That's a good call.
Yeah,
So what do we call
I
it?
didn't even think about that. The college game. Let's see. Who would I go?
Coach Prime. Is he going to Dallas? That's a story.
It's all about money.
Is he going to Dallas? And where's Bill going?
Yeah, I mean, if you're
well, Bill's not hired any coaches down there.
yeah, if you're Jerry, would you rather have Coach Prime or Coach Bill? Two wild ends of the spectrum.
I'd rather have Coach Prime. Well, longevity. I mean, Coach Prime's only 40-something years old, 50 years old.
We're gonna go baseball.
Okay.
How do we feel about a little Joe Torre?
Joe Torre.
Yeah.
Good quiet winner.
Very classy guy.
Yeah.
Classy guy, could get in your face when he needed to. Hell of a player.
Yeah.
Very rich guy. You definitely want to respect.
Who do you play for?
Joe Torre was back first. I think he was with the Cubs. Was he with the Cubs?
Yeah, he played with the Cubs.
Philly in the Cubs. I think the Phillies in the Cubs. I think his stint with the Yankees. So he was.
Oh, I don't know if he played for the Yankees.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right. That wraps
All right.
up episode 73. 73 episodes in the can.
In
Get it
the
up.
can.
All right, everybody. Enjoy playoff weekend, and have a great week. Have a
Stay
great
safe.
weekend, and we'll get back to you next week.
Stay safe. Don't find yourself behind the Galway.
My agent's calling me, so I got to pick it up.
Okay.
See what deal we got after this show.
There it is.
All right.
See you.